SignalR is great when it comes to real-time communication. I have covered what SignalR is in another video. If you have not seen that, you can find the link of that in the description below. But now let me show you with a sample on how quickly we can build a SignalR application and walk you through the steps. I will open Visual Studio and there I will create an MVC project. Let me create that here and we will go with the basic project. In SignalR, there are three things. There is a hub, there is a server, and then we have JavaScript or the client. What we need to do here is we need to add SignalR to the project. In program.cs, where we will have the builder, let me open that. Here we will say builder.services.add SignalR, and with that we have added SignalR to the project. Next, what we need to do is we need to create a hub. That will be the post office to receive the message and send it out to all the connection. What I will do here is I will create a folder. Let me call that hubs here, and there I will create a class and I will call that notification hub. In order to tell that this is a SignalR hub, we will extend the hub here, and if you press Ctrl dot, we have the using statement for ASP.NET Core.SignalR. Now here we can implement any endpoints or any functions that we want. I will implement only one function, which will be an async function, and I will call that send message. You can call it anything you want. And here I want to expect two parameters. First is the user that is sending the message, and next what is the message that we are sending. Now what will happen when we receive a message here? I will implement that in just a minute. But now what we need to do is, because we have this notification hub, we will have to configure that in program.cs. We need to add a route for that. I will say app dot, we have a map hub here, and there what is the class name? That is our notifications hub. Let me add that. And what is the route that we want to use? Let me use notification hub here. So that is the route where we have hosted our SignalR hub, and we will use that when we connect to that hub in the client application. The client application, I will add that on the home page of the application. That is in views, we have index. Let me remove everything here, and here I have added some basic HTML where I have input fields for name and message, and I have a button. Let me run the application to show you what we have here. That way you know what UI we are building. And it is a simple SignalR messaging demo. We have two input fields and we have a button. Then what I want to do is when we hit the send message here, I want to retrieve the name and message that we have in the input field, and we want to pass that to our hub right here with user and message. What we will do is right here we will have to add some JavaScript for that. I will create a section here for scripts, and there we can have JavaScript. Let me create script here, and right here I will add one thing. I am using the document.getElementById to retrieve the button based on the ID, and on there I have added the event listener for click, and when that button is clicked, I want to retrieve the user and message from the input box. So here we have to send this to SignalR, and then we need to implement a receiver. But before I do all of that, what I need to do is I need to install SignalR. Because this is a client application, we will have to install that, and that will be a client-side CDN. If I look for SignalR CDN, we should have that right here, and we can copy this, navigate back here. Let me add that here, and we have the script for SignalR. The reason we need that here is because here we are connecting from client side to our SignalR hub, but we have not defined where the connection is. So that's what we will do here. We will create connection to SignalR. That will be constant. Let me call that connection is equal to new, and we have something called as SignalR. Now that we have added this, it will automatically refer to the SignalR here, and there we have a method hub connection builder. Now again, if you did not add the script here, JavaScript will treat this as an unknown variable. Make sure you do not have any spelling mistake here. And on there we have something called as with URL. And there we have to define the URL for our SignalR hub. If I go to program.cs, I can copy the route here and I will add that. Finally, we have to call .build on that, and that will build the connection. Now here we have built the connection, but we need to start the connection. So for that, I will say connection.start, and that will start the connection. What we need to do is we need to send this to SignalR. So for that, on connection, we have a method that is invoke, and there we need to write the method name. If I go to hub here, the method name is send message. I will use that here. And what exactly we want to send? We want to send the user and message in that order. We have that in the constant here. We will say user, and then we will have the message. After that, what I can do is I can clear the message here, and I can prevent the default behavior to submit that and save that. With that, what I will do is I will add a debugging point here, and let me restart the application. Let me populate this here, and if I send a message, you can see it hits the debugging point, and we have Ben and Hi, so that is working. So right now our endpoint is hit here in the SignalR, and we are able to retrieve the message that is sent to the SignalR hub. This hub needs to send that message to all the connected clients. Doing that is super simple. Here we will have await, and we have something called as clients.all. You can see we have clients.all, we have groups and many other things here. But for now, I want to broadcast it to all the clients, and there is a method send async. Now when we are sending, we have a method that needs to be invoked. Let me call that receive message, and what do we want to pass? I want to pass both the user and the message to that method. With that, if you run the application, nothing will happen, because we are saying from the hub, it needs to invoke this receive message, but there is no client that is listening to that message. In the index here, we can add that. What I want to add here is receive message from server, where we have the connection here. We have something called as on, and there we can define what we want to listen to. We want to listen to a message that will be received message, and when we receive that, what will we receive? We will receive two things. Let me call that user and a message. And here you can see I added the message list. I will append that in this particular UL as the li element. So I will receive that in a constant variable here, extract that, and I will add that in the inner HTML, the user and message that we receive. And that's about it. With that, what we did is we are receiving message from SignalR, and here we are sending the message. Let me see if that works here. So now in order to see if that works, let me do Ben and Hi, and when I send a message, you can see that here. But this is not the real demo of SignalR. If I copy and if I open a new tab here, you can see we do not have any message here. But now, if Ben here says hello, you can see SignalR in action, because the hub will broadcast to all the active connection, and all of this have an active connection to the hub. If you have Bob here, and if you say hi, send that, you can see that here, and we do not have to refresh anything. That is the real power of SignalR to give you real-time notifications. Now again, this is a very basic example, but you can build on this to have very complex chat application or notifications on the website or whatever your business requirement is. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like the video and leave a comment. I will see you guys in some other video. Till then, happy coding!